All right, yesterday we drew bar and line graphs to show data. If we remember correctly, bar graphs deals with what? Comparing categories. Okay. What was line graphs?
Like moving through time, changing over time.
Data changing over time. All right, we're going to look at line graphs again today, but today we're going to dive deeper into it. We are going to look at interpreting line graphs. Interpreting. Well, what does the word interpret mean? Yes, sir.
Like reading or understanding.
Reading. And what else?
Understanding.
Understanding. Anybody else want to have anything else about interpreting? Is that what interpreting is? If you had an interpreter, what do they do?
Figure out what it means.
Figure out what something means.
They interpret it.
I can't use the word interpret for the definition of interpret. Okay? But I like it. If I don't speak Spanish, I need a interpreter. And what does that person do?
Teach you. And help you.
Helps me
Translate.
understand, translates something to where I can understand it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be interpreting line graphs, which means we are going to be reading looking at understanding making sense. Ooh, I like that. Wasn't what I was thinking, but I wrote it down anyway. That's good. Making decisions
Making it.
about the data in a line graph. Interpreting line graphs. We're going to read them, we're going to look at them, we're going to understand them, we're going to make sense, we're going to make decisions about data that's in line graphs. That's interpreting. Can we take a line graph and make decisions about it by what we see? Can we understand what's being told in the story of the graph? That's what we'll be doing today. Pretty simple. The problem with some students, though, is they don't want to think. They don't want to use their head or the 3 brain cells the Lord gave them. Some students. Okay? We're going to have to think today. We're going to have to put things down in words. All right? So, when we read, look at, understand, make sense, make decisions about data in a line graph, we will be answering questions like, can we see increasing? How can we tell if a line graph increases?
It goes up.
It goes up from left to right. So we're going to put over here up. Oh, I like this. I'm going to do this. From L to R. All right? We're going to make decisions about, is it decreasing? What are we going to write out there?
Down from left to right.
Down from left to right. Okay? We might answer questions about how much more. We might answer questions about how much did it increase or how much did it decrease. I'm not going to write those down, but that's the same thing as asking how much more. We're going to be asked probably to explain what's happening. What do we see happening? We be asked to predict what will happen. Now, folks, when you're told to predict something, what are you really doing? Guessing. But of course, we're going to be making educated guesses. Alrighty? We're not just going to go, oh, balloons. I made a guess, but it had nothing to do with anything we were talking about. Okay? Make an educated guess. That's predicting. Predicting. And we might be asked, why do you think something is happening in the line graph? And what you do there is you have to take the whole information of the graph. What the graph's about, the years or the time factor this stuff is happening, and what is happening, and you got to come up with a conclusion. Alrighty? Alright. Now we go to our example over there. Skateboard sales at Walmart. Skateboard sales at Walmart. We have a line graph. Is that a correct line graph?
Yes.
Yes, because it's going over time. Now the bottom has no label. It's missing a label. What's it supposed to be?
Years.
Ah, years. So technically we got years. What's over here on the side?
Sales.
Sales. I'm just going to leave it at sales. You could have put skateboard sales, but we'll just put sales. Good job. All right. First question is what, Tuck? Can you see it?
How many skateboards were sold in 2006?
How many skateboards were sold in 2006? Does it say describe something? Does it say why did something happen? That's a cut and dried question, isn't it? Straightforward. How many were sold? Just like we did yesterday, right? Find 2006. Go across. What are we going to say? Somewhere around 250. These are some types of questions we'll see. And you will see if you look at data this way. Just cut and dried, how many were sold? So we just read the graph and find out what it is. Ron?
There's only 8 dots on there. Yeah, you skipped 2005. Yeah, you skipped 05. Yeah, you didn't.
I didn't I? So that is an incorrect graph, isn't it? Thank you for finding my mistake. I got to go fix that.
Your first class.
Is that okay? They didn't figure it out. Well, let's fix that then. Man, what a pingling. Good job. I'm using my finger, not supposed to. Good job. Have I ever said I don't make mistakes?
No.
Nope. I have said what?
You do.
I do make mistakes.
Everybody do.
That's right. We all make mistakes. We all need to be big enough to admit when we do. Alright, so let's go right there. And then I was where?
You still have to back to the gun gather.
Okay. Then I went
Then
to
you were right under the 200.
there. And then I went to here. Alright. Thank you very much, Ron Harrell. And anybody else that noticed that. I'd skipped 2005. Maybe we didn't have your year 2005. It just never happened. All right. Thank you very much. Now let's go on. Second example. What does it say, sister?
Describe what is happening with skateboard sales.
Describe what is happening with the skateboard sales. Now, folks, is this a cut and dried answer? Number, in other words. Nope. When you see the word describe, what does it throw you into, Brother Elder?
You have to put more detail in.
More detail. In what form?
Word.
Word form. I must write a sentence. or sentences to describe what's happening. Becomes a little more difficult. I've got to put into words what's happening from my math graph here. Now, my first inclination is to say, what about this graph, Brother Grimes? What's the first thing I want to say when I want to describe this?
It's going up.
It goes up.
And then back down.
And then goes back down. Now, that is, in general, what's happening with this graph. The problem with writing down exactly what Brother Grimes said is this. I walk up to you and I go, it's going up and then it's going down. And you go, what is he talking about? Right? There's not enough, as you call it, information. You're correct, and he's not wrong. He answered my question. It's going up and it's going down. I just can't write, well, it's going up and it's going down. No, you've got to be articulate. You must articulate what you're trying to say to somebody. So how can we put what Brother Grimes said into words that makes us sound halfway smart?
Increasing and decreasing.
Okay. It's increasing and decreasing. Do you still know what I'm talking about? No? Okay. Right? What sales? Coca-Cola sales?
The skateboard sales.
Ah, okay. So,
The skateboard
the skateboard sales
are increasing.
increases.
Then decreases.
More specific than that.
Increases in 2004.
From
01 to
2001
6.
through
6. No, it doesn't get 4. It doesn't get higher at 6. I know, but it's staying
2004. Ron wants to say 6. That's okay, Ron. If you want to say 6, good. Comma. Because more happens than just the sales are increasing from 2001 to 2004 or 6.
It decreases.
Then
It decreases. The skateboard sales decrease.
the sales decrease
2005 to
from
2007 to 09.
2006 through 2009. All right, we have described what is happening in that graph in real good explanation words. The skateboard sales increases from 2001 through 2004, then the sales decrease from 2006 through 2009. Now, what if they then put this question at the end? Why?
Maybe people didn't like skateboards at the time.
These are the things.
Maybe the economy was
Okay, first, let's think. We're talking about skateboards. We're talking about the years 01 through 09. At the first part of the 2000s, man, people were just going for them. Then it kind of leveled off, and then toward the end,